The government has sparked fury after launching a £26 million bid to host Prince Harry's Invictus Games in the UK, while failing to increase defence spending in this year's budget. Jeremy Hunt has come under fire for refusing to earmark any extra money to the British Armed Forces, at the same time as splashing millions of pounds to bring the Veterans event to Birmingham in 2027. Experts highlighted how the bizarre plan appears to be at odds with Invictus's aims to provide support for ex-servicemen and women, and warned that members of the already cash-strapped military could be put at risk. Lord West of Spithead, who's a former Royal Navy Admiral, told Mail Online, "I'm absolutely amazed that the government haven't increased defence spending in this budget. It's extraordinary. They've said that we could soon end up in a war and that we should be prepared to fight. In that event, the armed forces will be under-equipped and there'll be a much greater number of those eligible for the Invictus Games. Invictus is a wonderful thing and it's important to invest in our ex-servicemen, but I think the government have lost the plot with regards to what's crucial for defence." An insider revealed that Invictus's board is being urged to make public the amount of money provided to Harry and Meghan in receipts. Harry's got quite the grift going with Invictus Games and getting taxpayer money from countries in which these games are being held. 2020 Invictus Games received $30 million. 2023 Invictus Games received $40 million. 2025 Invictus Games received $30 million, but expected to balloon to $40 million. Now a $26 million bid for Birmingham when there's no money. Where's all this money Harry's receiving for the Invictus Games going? Taxpayers should know that 94% of the €41.9 million spent on the German Invictus Games was paid by the German government. Only 6% of the money was donated, so that's €2.6 million, and €10 million of the €41.9 million was spent on guest hotels, travel, security and extras, probably for Harry and Meghan. That's 24% of the total. The whole financial footprint regarding Instagram, Archie and Harry and Co. needs investigating as soon as possible. The whole setup stinks of fraud and money laundering. Richard Fitzwilliams added, "Almost unbelievably, yesterday's budget offered nothing for our armed forces. This is despite the wars raging in Ukraine and Gaza, the crisis in the Gulf and the fact that all three services are still suffering from the cuts imposed by the so-called peace dividend, which followed the end of the Cold War. It is, however, quite extraordinary that there's one exception to this. No one would deny that Harry's creation, based on the Warrior Games in America, which helps wounded or injured servicemen and women, is a truly remarkable project. What is simply amazing is that it should be funded when the three services are getting nothing, save vague promises for the future at a time of crisis. Invictus is brilliant as a concept, an idea, a charity, a path forward for disabled veterans, but that brilliance is lost when you added those seeking to profit, money, attention, publicity from it. Wouldn't that buy a lot of services for the veterans themselves instead of wasting it on the Meghan Markle fashion show and Michael Bublé's appearance fee? How much revenue does this generate for the host city, considering they're using taxpayers' money?